Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bearded Respect, number 96. And we got me, Scott, Mr. Bruce City Bearded. We got Jason over here. We got Mike, and we'll be right back after this intro video.
That's like a little great.
Welcome back to the Bearded Respect, everyone. Jason,
What's
you
up,
want to
family?
say hi to these fine people?
E-Rock was first. Hey, E-Rock.
What's up, Mr. E?
E.
Now we had Richard. Richard was second.
God. What's up, man?
And Becky's like, it's only 7:25 and I'm third.
What's up, Becky?
Hello, Becky.
Hey, JP.
Hello there.
JP, what's up, man?
Hey.
You got Vato.
Vato, what's up?
Hey, Vato.
Hey, brother.
And he's got the link posted already.
Nice.
No way.
You're on top of it tonight, Vato.
Wow.
You're getting full pay.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
And we got Philip.
Hello, Philip.
And then you got Phil.
Philip and Phil. Phil Dowd, my man. What's up, man?
You got Dynamite.
Tino Mike.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, Mr. President?
Hello.
And there's Russ. Hey, Russ.
What's up, Russ?
Hey, Ross.
I don't have friends. I got family.
And there's Tara. Hey, Tara.
What's wrong with E?
What's up, Tara? I don't know.
Apparently she can still. Well,
Yeah, she did get louder. The snoring got louder.
okay.
Not
Not as loud
terrible.
as before, but it's there. That's everyone.
Okay. Yeah, we're caught up.
All
so
right.
far.
Cool.
Cool. So did anyone catch Amazing Race last night or today?
I caught it today.
Yeah.
Oh, you both caught it today.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of nice because if you watch it the day after, there's on my TV, there's no commercials.
Oh, yeah, that's a bonus. Maybe I should start doing that. I don't really have time on Thursdays.
I watch it on Paramount Plus.
Yep.
So how's Garrett and Joel doing?
I don't know. How they doing?
We're still in it.
Yay! They are still in it.
That's
They are-
amazing. I was worried this week when we started.
Yeah. So a lot of lead changes in this episode.
Yeah.
They rushed to get plane tickets, and a couple of them got earlier flights. And the guys that got earlier flights, they tried to kind of get a lead with the train system, but that didn't work out, and they kind of ended all back together at the train station.
Never going on a train to be within minutes.
Right. Especially changing trains. Yeah.
Yeah, they had like a 5-minute to get on the next train, and
Yeah.
they cut it too close.
So they had to start over, and then they met the other crew that came in like 2 hours later. And but yeah, it was good. I think we're down to 6 teams now, or 7 teams.
6.
7, I think.
6 teams. Can't remember.
I think it might be 6 now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're down to 6. And
Yeah, we're down to 6.
yeah.
Yeah, we got the brothers who came in first this time again. We got the high school
Husband.
sweethearts.
Yeah.
Came in second. Rob and Corey came in third.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got the express pass too.
Yeah, they did one more thing than everyone else. Plus, they were far behind too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they kicked ass in the hay thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taking the hay. And then we had Joel and Garrett,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had those 2 girl best friends,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
and then we had the Texas father daughter from Texas.
And I was hoping they would have been out this week, but somehow
I thought they were going to. I mean, they were the
They
last
should've.
to get. Last to get to the airplane glider ride, and then they went to try to do the express. Hey Vic, they went to try to do the express pass when it was clearly marked that it was taken, but they climbed all them steps too. And I think she was just trying to kill her dad. And
well, that could be. I'm surprised he was still moving at the end.
I thought she was more obnoxious this episode.
Oh, yeah.
She was just like
I
so whiny and negative, and she pretty much gave up. Like she's like, oh,
Right.
I'm not gonna win, blah blah blah. And man, when I saw that they came in this last place or 6th place, they didn't get it. I was like, oh,
Yep.
yeah,
When she's yelling, "Come on, Dad!" and he's halfway up the mountain yet.
right, yeah, yeah. She's a brat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mrs. Bruce City knows it. Knows the
And
story.
And I kind of wonder because she's an influencer, like an influencer for something. I don't even know what it is. She's an influencer, but if you read her bio, like that's one of her jobs is influencer. And I wonder if this negatively hurts her or not. Maybe not, because she's probably influencing other people that just like her. So
yeah,
I just feel sorry for her dad.
yeah, yeah.
But at least he's been fighting back.
Yeah.
well, we may feel sorry for her dad, but I have a feeling I feel sorry for her husband because she is married. That was mentioned before.
Oh, yeah. But some people crack under pressure and they don't show their best face.
Well, the two girls that got eliminated, the sisters there, anytime there's somebody else when they got to do driving,
Yeah.
they bicker the whole time. It's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
you told
Yeah.
me to turn right. Well, turn right to turn around. We need to turn around.
Yeah, and they were driving a manual, a stick
Yeah.
shift.
Well, that's pretty common over in Europe.
Yeah,
Actually.
I bet. Yeah. But
Whereas
common
it's not
for
very
everyone
common
in the race.
here.
Right. not common for everyone in a race. Especially for the girls at their age. Like I don't know if they're in their 20s or early 30s, but not too common.
The one couple, they used to live in Germany.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, it'll be interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely getting harder and harder each week.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if they wouldn't have had the driving issues, they wouldn't have been in last. They would have beat them Texas.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I have a feeling it might be Rob and Corey going all the way. If not Joel and Garrett, of course.
I worry about those two brothers.
Yeah, those two brothers, they've stepped it up the last couple of weeks there.
Yeah, true. They're more athletic. I mean, they're younger. Yeah. They're definitely more athletic.
I think they could have got that express pass if they wouldn't have turned around.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the dad there, he was struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to top it off, they had to climb the spiral stairs.
Yeah.
Which my wife and I just did that a couple weekends ago. It was in a lighthouse. There was 220 steps spiraled up. And that was tough. That was definitely tough. What's up, Mark? All right. Yep. So who do we got this week?
We have Johnny from Five Buroughs Grooming.
Johnny, not Johnny Five. Johnny Five Buroughs. And I must say, he's probably got one of the sharpest lines in the community. I'm impressed. Beard lines,
Better than Phil's?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
There he is.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the Bearded Respect.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Great.
Is there any way I could see the chat when I'm looking at the screen or no?
You're on a phone, right?
No, I'm on my laptop actually.
Oh.
Can you see him on the side?
No.
Do you see a menu up there that has the people when it says 4?
Okay, there we go. Because I had it in full screen, so I.
That's what. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
Okay, that's all right.
No worries. That's what we're here for.
That's it, man. That's it. Appreciate it. So what's happening? Thanks for having me. What's up, Chris? What's going on?
So for you guys that don't know, especially like Vato and E-Rock that don't have Instagram, I had the pleasure of, it's coming up on 2 weeks now. Hey, there he is. There's the bulky bun guy.
Yeah, I think you can see that.
What's up, brother?
But so we anyway, be 2 weeks ago this weekend, I had the pleasure of meeting Johnny. I went out to Long Island and met him and Rose and Kyle.
Yep.
Glorious Beard were there. So yeah, we had a good time. I never laughed so hard. It's been a long time since I laughed that hard. And
Yeah.
all at the expense of Kyle too.
Yo, he's a ball of energy, that guy. Yeah, no, that was fun, man. That was, what was cool is just like we played everything by ear. So like we didn't really like plan too much. We had the axe thing throwing plan, but we just kind of like played it by ear, which was super cool. I love organic hangouts like that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not set by a schedule. You got to
Right.
keep looking at your watch. And,
Right.
oh, okay,
Absolutely.
But yeah, great time. And I did. I did purchase a couple. I purchased a couple items to bring them home because I haven't tried them yet, and of course, there's a lot out there that I haven't tried yet that I need to. But the wife's always, I think you have enough. But so yeah, I picked up a couple, and Scott, he'll have a little slideshow for us. But I got 36 chambers and black.
Yeah.
And I got, and he does, well, we'll go over all this, but he's got like I wouldn't call it regular line, but we'll call it like a normal beard oil line, and then he has the emu line. So I got one of each. Got one of each so I could try them. And and for you guys that don't know, here I am doing all the talking.
Hey man, you're doing good. Keep going, brother.
Johnny does the 1 ounce butters because how many times, like his philosophy is, how many times we're out of oil and still have a pile of butter. So he does the 1 ounce butter. So yeah, but great feeling beard, and placed another order early late last week, I guess it was, and picked up Beard Vacation. Huh?
That's kind of funny.
What
you were at the shop. You could have just purchased everything.
Well,
you had a spending limit, and then you went home and ordered some more.
Yeah. Well,
to his justice, I didn't have, my inventory was running low.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have like everything stocked. So when they came, I'm like, dude, I still have because I got 2 kids, a wife. She's a nurse full time. I do everything at night. So it's like between orders and everything. So to be fair, I didn't have a lot stocked. So, but
I thought Jason was just being sneaky.
No, I mean, and my wife went to Long Island, so I've said it before. Everything's always, yeah, he let me pick out some stuff, but I didn't want to rob him. But I didn't tell her. Yeah, I paid for it. At a discount. He gave me a discount, but I still wanted to pay for it because I didn't go there to rob him.
Like the other two guys.
Yeah, yeah. And then,
so I appreciate
and then I just, on a budget, so you got to order stuff when you can, and you didn't have your wash yet.
Actually, I had the wash. I didn't have the labels.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to and I didn't have the correct bottles. That I only had white bottles, so I wanted to make sure, when I put it out, that it was like correct. So.
Yeah, and ready to go. So that's I wanted to order the wash, and while I was at it, I figured I'd pick up another. I got that Beard Vacation, which is good. Good. I mean, there's still a couple more there that I want, and I will get them, but in due time. And one was smoked peach, and the other one was infamous.
Yeah.
And the dragon one too. I forgot about it.
The what one?
The dragon. What's?
Oh yeah, Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer. Yeah. And but he also, in his kindness, when I ordered the wash and Beard Vacation, he sent me the barbershop, which is what I have in now. because I wore beard vacation earlier today, and so when I took my shower, I put in the barber shop, and yeah, I
Nice.
like it. I like it. It's kind of, it's got the bay rum in it, so it's got the powdery scent. It's like the powdery barber shop, so it's nice. It's nice.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thanks for sending it.
Absolutely. I figured you got the beard wash, so I was like, I might as well send him the matching oil, to make it.
Yeah, I was torn. I was torn between the three, and I thought, you know what? Because I shower in the morning all the time, so I thought, to get that barbershop scent in the shower, that'll be a nice start to the day.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to go with that.
Yeah, I always look at like barbershop as like, I feel like I just never get sick of barbershop.
Me neither.
Like some sense you kind of like, all right, I'm over it. Like, it's just barbershop is like, it's timeless. It's like perfect all year round. It's a classic scent. I never get sick of it. So that's why I chose that for the beard wash.
Yeah.
What's up, Lee?
Yeah, barbershops are pretty nice. I just lately have gotten a few that are almost identical.
Sure.
Always looking for a barbershop that kind of stands out a bit.
Then you would probably like the Infamous that I have.
Okay.
Because it's with barbershop, white musk, tobacco. It's like combined. So it's friggin', it gives you that barbershop, but it also gives you, the tobacco and the white musk in there and stuff. It's nice, man.
And Donnie, no, it hasn't always been 5 Buroughs. He recently changed the name.
Yeah.
I believe that was a trademark or some issue like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. That was basically when I first started off, I was talking to the, because I formed the LLC and then my sales tax ID number and everything. So then when I was talking to the lawyer about, the LLC and stuff, she's like, did you ever think about trademarking? And I didn't go to school for none of this. I kind of just picked this up on my own. So she was kind of filling me in. She's like, your trademark is more important than your LLC and your name and everything. She goes, this is like, you have to have that. So we tried to get the trademark for Beard Brothers, but it was already taken. And the actual trademark was held by a company called Buroughs. And they also sell beard care products. So it was too similar, and you can't add like the Beard Brothers or the Bearded Brothers, yada, 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 and be in the same market. So she's like, just think about like if this starts to take off and it gets serious, like you might run into issues, or we can contact them and try to do business under their name, but they might want money, So I kind of just, it was in the beginning. I didn't know how well I was going to do or how serious it would turn into. So after a while, once it started growing, then I was like, all right, I got to really lock in this trademark and, had to do the rebrand before it got out of hand, where it's like, cease and assist. And now I got everything with Beard Brothers on it,
Mm-hmm.
So that was the main reason behind it.
And another thing, Donnie, that was the bearded panel, right? Was what that other
Yeah. And that was just like for fun, It was nothing ever serious. It was mostly like 2 minutes of seriousness and then like 4 hours of just like off the wall topics. What's up, Travis? Yep. So, and actually I'm still waiting on the trademark. It's been like 8 months, but they said it's just a backed up, part of the backup from COVID, I guess. I don't know. They're just telling me everything's backed up. So it was available, so it's just a matter of getting the paperwork and finalizing it. So.
Well, and you told me too that if somebody else tries to trademark it now,
Right.
they're too late because you've already applied for it.
Yeah. they look at the dates of when you actually applied. Yeah. So if somebody came in 2 minutes after me, or if somebody comes in 2 minutes before me, but it's so weird how it works because she was explaining to me when you go for a trademark, you have to run a business in that name first and then apply for the trademark with that company name. But I'm like, what happens if it doesn't go through? Now you just put some inventory and your name on everything. And if it gets denied, it's almost like working backwards again, you know? So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, you tell me.
Yeah, I would think you'd want to get all that stuff in place first. Like if you
Right.
like if you knew about trademarking, you know,
Of
like
course.
you would do that first step like
Mhm.
years
Yeah,
before you even
threw me
open. You
I
know,
was like, wait, so I basically had to go on my website and scrub everything that said Beard Brothers and I had to get labels like Rush. I had to like special delivery like 2 days and then put like product pictures shown with the new logo, put the, change all the stuff. And it was crazy. And then I would send it to her. And now every time I send this woman something, she's working, the dollar signs add up.
Mhm.
I wanted to make sure, man, that like I
right.
scrubbed everything and luckily I was good. But yeah, it's weird how it works, but what do I know?
Definitely.
Well, we kind of already broke the ice, but you want to hit your 5 questions?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm on the hot seat. Let's go.
All right. Before I start, can we mention? Isn't there like a special
Oh, yes.
tonight? Go ahead, Scott. You talk.
So here Johnny was nice enough to give us a code for tonight to
Mhm.
save you some money on some 5 Buroughs grooming products.
Absolutely.
Respect
15. And I believe that should save you 15%.
Yep. Off your entire order.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right,
And-
Johnny. I like this. Oh, was there anything else, Scott? Sorry.
No, I just wanted to thank him for doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Really appreciate it. Respect 15, guys. Go ahead and enter that. And so, Johnny, my first question. It's the same question for everyone. You got to tell us your favorite toy as a kid. What was that one toy that you loved playing with as a young child?
All right. I'm going Ninja Turtles.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess if as a whole, but if the Ninja Turtle line, either one or two, but if I had to pick like one particular item, then I'm gonna have to go with my bike. But either or,
Okay.
I was on that bike. I probably rode thousands of miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bike was everything, man.
Oh yeah.
Toy Ninja Turtles for sure. Anointed, what's up?
Hey, Juan.
Hey, Juan.
We kind of started talking about your company already, but when did your company start? Like so it was Bearded Brothers first and then it became 5 Boroughs, but when did this start? How long ago?
So actually, I came up with the concept early December of 2019.
Okay.
So I was actually brought it to my wife's attention. I was like, man, I kind of want to start a beard company. I guess as you always dream of like owning your company,
Right.
regardless of what it is.
Right.
So I got into beard care line, just using it and stuff. And I was like, man, I could probably do this, So literally at my kitchen table, I still have the piece of paper. I'm drawing logos of I already kind of in my head. It's weird because it didn't take me months to figure out a logo. I already basically it just was there. So I pencil drew it up and then, the rest is history. But yeah, this December. So actually I made my Instagram December 19th. So we can count December 19th will be 3 years.
Yeah. All right. So, 4 years, right?
Well, finishing 3.
Okay.
because it's of 19. So that 19 was like a couple weeks, and then boom, 20.
Yeah.
So,
what was there a brother involved?
yes.
Just curious. Okay.
Yep. So my younger brother, when I had this idea, he's a barber. So he's been a barber now for like 15 years, whatever. So I brought it to his attention. I'm like, hey man, I'm going to start my own beard care company. I was like, would it be cool to like, he hears the snoring.
Yeah, it's definitely snoring, Glorious Beard.
So I called him up and I'm like, hey, like, dude, at your barbershop, can I, like, if I make these products, can like you guys use them there and test them out and sell them there and stuff? And he's like, yeah, definitely. But he's like, so what are you doing? And I explained to him. He's like, all right, well, if you ever need help, like funds, to start it off, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, yeah, dude, why not? And so that's how we originally started was, going half, buying all the inventory and starting the business up. And then he slowly, being the younger brother and, I'm like, come on, man, like I was so gung ho, but he was into it, but not as much, because it was all me. He was just kind of funds in the beginning. So then I like bought him out, and then dude, because I was being the typical older brother, like, come on, we got to do this, we got to do this, and he's like making plenty of money off of being a barber. Right. So this was just like, he's like, dude, I don't want, but I'm like, I'm doing all the work and I'm only getting fit, So then I bought him out, and then the rest is
makes sense. Yeah,
it was cool.
So what are, for people that don't know, what are the 5 boroughs? What is the 5 boroughs?
So do you take a guess? Do you have any idea or no?
No, I know.
Oh, you do. Okay.
But we got people from Idaho in here. We have people from everywhere. Hawaii.
So you got Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, and oh my God, I've drawn a blank.
Bronx.
Oh shit! What did I say? I said Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens.
Is it Bronx one of them?
No.
No?
Oh my God, dude, I'm drawing a blank.
I guess I don't know that.
Damn, that's pretty embarrassing. Holy shit!
I was going to ask you if there's 6.
I thought it was Bronx.
No. Oh my God. We're gonna have to edit this. What am I missing? Oh, Manhattan. Duh. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, I thought
So
you got
dumb.
that one.
Yeah. I was like, dude, you put me on the spot, and I was like, said it so many times, and then I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, so technically I'm like, I don't know, let's say about 45 minutes outside of Queens. So
okay,
it's a little bit of a ride. It's an easy train ride there.
Right.
And it's cool because if where I'm located, take the train right, and that's Madison Square Garden.
What was that, Jason?
Cool.
It is the Bronx. It's Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, and the Bronx.
I thought so.
Okay. I asked if there was a 6th because I got something from a beard company called the 6th Borough or something like that.
I seen that actually when I was like looking up the like trademarks and company's name. And I was like, oh, wait, I see this as like a company name, the 6th Borough, and I'm like, shoot, man, if they have a trademark, then I'm going to be screwed, because it's too similar. So when the lady looked up, the lawyer looked it up and it was available. I'm like, all right, good,
Yeah, they were a smaller company and I can't even find them anymore.
Dan, you want to hear the funny story with the lizard? So you want to know how the lizards started on Long Island? Now, I don't know if this is like an urban myth or whatever, but back in, I don't even know, let's just say like the 80s or something. So this is what we always thought and were told, that actually like a truck, like a delivery truck was like transporting to like pet stores and stuff, these salamanders. And supposedly like the truck crashed or like the door was open, whatever, and all these salamanders like escaped, and somehow they're able to like burrow in the winter and then come back in this friggin' spring. That's and dude, they get pretty big. They're like this big and they're black with like a yellow line down their back. Super crazy. But I gotta like actually like look that up. That was just kind of like the myth, you know?
Like a month or so ago, Jason sent us a picture showing some lizards he had by him.
Well, that was Amanda. She was down in, she was staying in, was it Cape Hatteras? I forget, but it was in South Carolina. And in her Airbnb, she found three like, I say they were geckos because they were green.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty sure they were geckos. Yeah.
I said they're just there to sell you insurance. That's all.
That's funny.
All right,
Yeah.
Johnny. What was your passion before creating beard products? Like, what were you into before 2019, December 2019? Like, what were you spending a lot of time doing?
Shooting.
Shooting? Okay.
Yeah, like target shooting, going to the shooting range. Yeah, and I was like big into that, like reloading, really like building some like rifles and stuff like that. So that was like, I was definitely getting big into that.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, before that was like earlier days was like skateboarding and then dirt bike riding, and then kind of like fizzled out and then got into shooting, and then now it's just beard stuff. But I still try to go shooting every now and again, but
yeah,
a little hectic and the kids and stuff, finding time.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was talking to Jason about it with the shooting. He's into shooting, which is cool. So you are too?
Yeah.
What's up, Joe T?
Hey.
Just waving. I'm not much into shooting. I used to be when I was in the Army, but
nice.
Not much anymore. I mean, I own a 9mm. I need more practice with it, but I just don't have the time.
Yeah, dude. I recently got into handguns because, you know, in New York you need a license for a handgun. So that takes a long time to get. So when I finally got it, you know, I ventured into the handgun thing, and that's a whole new world than rifles, you know. But fun though. I enjoy it. Actually, a couple of guys that I met at the shooting range, they would actually go to Pennsylvania, because I guess there's a lot of good ranges that are like up to 1,000 yards out there and stuff, and you could shoot at like metal, you know, the spin targets and stuff. Because here the furthest is like 200, and you can only shoot paper. So the guys would actually make a trip to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, not surprising.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I want to make that trip. Maybe one day I get out there, I'll come visit you, Jason. You can bring me to the ranges.
Well, I'm on the whole other end. I'm to get to Pennsylvania from where you're at's not that bad, but to get to the end where I'm at, that's like another 4 hours.
Right. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, you're more than welcome to come over here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So last question, this is a 2-part question. First,
Yep.
I just want to know if you're from New York originally.
Yep, born and raised.
So where does upstate New York begin?
White Plains, maybe?
Okay. All right. So the edge of Westchester then.
Right. Yeah. That's what I would say. Yeah, because right out of Manhattan, basically. You know. Yeah, north of Manhattan, it's like upstate.
That's just a question I like to ask everyone from New York. I used to work in New York. I used to work in White Plains, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And, you know, people from Yonkers would say, like, it starts at Yonkers. Like, anyone above Yonkers is
yeah,
upstate.
Right. That's right there, too.
And I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, which is like Western New York. But when I think of upstate, I'm thinking Syracuse, Rochester.
Right, because that's for you, north.
That's upstate.
Right.
I never knew until I worked in New York or Westchester that upstate began way down there.
Yeah, when you're lower, and then I'm on the island, so it's like even like I'm like central on the island, so It's
Yeah. Anyone from New York will get that question.
it's cool though, because Central, it's like you can go west into the city or you can go east into the Hamptons, you know.
Yeah.
But the Hamptons is.
Yeah, I never made it to where you're at. I mean, I've been down to Brooklyn,
Mhm.
Queens, and of course Northern Bronx and all that. But
Yeah,
I love Manhattan. I love New York City though, especially in December.
Oh, it's beautiful to go to the tree. Oh,
Yeah.
man, go see the tree.
Nothing like it.
Even as a kid, we used to go to Radio City Music Hall and watch like the Nutcracker and stuff. And as a kid, you were kind of like not cool about the Nutcracker. It's like, it's boring.
Yeah.
But then when you get out and then like the streets lively and stuff, it's cool.
Yeah. One year I went to the NFL draft at Radio Music Hall.
Oh shit! Really?
Nice. When they used to have it there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. The like the Bronx right now is like it's bad. Like if you turn on the news, especially in New York, like everything's going on is like in the Bronx is crazy. So when we go, we just usually tend to just take the train up to Penn Station, Madison Square Garden, and then I used to go to a doctor's office once a month over in the pizza in Manhattan, and man, you could definitely see a lot of characters, man.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, and you just look straight. You don't make eye contact. Head down and just book it. As soon as you make eye contact with like the crazy people, then they come up to you and they're just like crazy. You know, just one guy out of nowhere. We're just hanging out. I think we went shopping, like school shopping as kids there. I just remember this like vividly. He had this like black leather coat on and he just was like talking crazy. And next thing you know, he like spits in his hand and just starts like swinging it around. And I was like, dude, I got to get the hell out of here, man. You know, we were probably like 16 at the time. And I'm just like, this is nuts.
Yeah. And
Penn Station was wild. It's a lot better now, but Penn Station at nighttime gets crazy too.
Yeah. Especially, I don't know if you've ever been there around 4 a.m. That's when it gets a lot worse.
Oh shit! Dude, when we used to go out there and then get the train back to the island, you know, you could drink on the trains, you know, and it would be like, dude, you had to go with your boys, like you couldn't go there with your girlfriend or something because it was like you didn't want to bring a girl around that.
So one night, I guess I just assumed that the trains were 24/7. And then one night I found out that they shut off at 4 a.m. when I missed my train, the last train back to White Plains. I had to hang out down by Grand Central Station for 2 hours until they turned it back on. Fucking crazy stuff.
Yeah, dude.
You never saw the movie Warriors?
No.
They were trying to make it to the train before they cut it off.
Oh yeah,
old 80s movie.
Definitely.
And it's crazy too, because like when you're in Penn and you're looking at the because let's say you're catching the like 1:30 train, right? Like there's a huge board and everybody's gathered around this board, like looking up at it, and like all of a sudden, like you're waiting for the time. It's like 1:30 to Ronkonkoma track B. It's like poof, everybody just like you gotta friggin' move, man, or else you're getting trampled, and you're like going down the stairs trying to get in the damn car. It's crazy, man. It's definitely a wild place.
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned it to you, Johnny, either, but our second oldest daughter, she lived in Massapequa for 10 years. So I mean, we've been to New York a couple times, and but we went. You know, you said you're about Central on Long Island. We went clear to the end to that lighthouse out there.
Oh, Montauk, yeah. That's far too.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it's that far, but with traffic and stuff, it took a while. But yeah, we got to drive through the Hamptons where the snobs are and everything. It was something to see anyhow. You can't really see any of the houses though, like the big fancy
Right.
houses. There must be on side streets and whatnot. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy, man. Because like in the summertime, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the Sunday night to get out to the Hamptons, you can't even get out there, man. You're talking hours and hours and hours of sitting in the traffic.
Ugh.
you
Peep
didn't
shows,
even
huh,
need
Jason?
25 cents. You go up there in Times Square and them girls are just painted. You know, they don't
yeah.
they're just
Where all the
painted. So
performers are. Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
You can go see, you could see that and you could see Elmo 2 feet away.
Yeah.
Bro, what's up, dude? What's up? Yeah, but Montauk's cool, but it's very rural out there. You know, the further you like, once you pass the Hamptons, like East Hampton, Bridgehampton, and then you're still going east, it's like farm, a lot of vineyards, farmland, and just like old, like I don't even know, 18th century houses. You know, it's a cool experience, but there is nothing out there. Like you have a couple of delis, small businesses. There's no like Walmarts and Targets, and you know, there's a couple of 7-Elevens, maybe some gas stations that are like triple the price.
yeah.
Johnny, you should come out to where I live now and visit. I'm in Wyoming. If you want to
Oh
see
shit!
something.
I've never been west, man. Isn't
You
that
want to see
crazy?
nothing at all?
Actually, no, I lied. I went to Arizona for the first
There you
time like 6 months ago for my brother's bachelor party. That was cool.
Oh, okay.
He's actually getting married on Saturday. So yeah, tomorrow.
No, Mike lives in the capital of Wyoming, and to me, it's like a small town in Wisconsin.
Right.
The whole population of Wyoming is the population of I live in Milwaukee. It's the same population.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I went to, so that's the only place I've been, west was Arizona. But last year I went to my friend's folks have a house in Vermont. I would move north, man.
Yeah.
Vermont was friggin' beautiful.
Nice.
Oh man. Open roads, just trees, the woods, it's beautiful. It's like everything's low key out there. Take your time, it's nice, man. It's beautiful. Yeah.
I wanted to mention too, there is a movie on Netflix right now with Jennifer Lawrence in it called No Hard Feelings. It's kind of a comedy thing, but in the movie she lives in Montauk, and there was a scene with that lighthouse, and I'm like, I really wasn't watching it. My wife was watching it, and she's doing that reverse.
Reverse more.
Hey now.
But anyway, I wasn't watching it, and all of a sudden I looked. I said, "Hey, there's that lighthouse."
Right. They make it look better in the movies for sure.
Yeah.
You get there, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
It's a lighthouse. But people come all over, man, to go fishing out there. Because I guess right off the point of Montauk, there's like really good like fishing. I guess you can catch sharks there too, man. It's crazy. Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Oh, okay. That's what he's talking. Okay. Yeah, that whole lower Connecticut's kind of
sketchy.
Different.
Yeah.
Gets better as you go east, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Connecticut, there's a lot of places that are like the richest in the world, they say, like real estate over there and stuff. But when we go to Connecticut, we take the ferry, so we don't have to drive around.
Yeah.
So you get to the North Shore, and just take the boat right across, and then boom, hour and a half, you're in Connecticut,
Yeah.
Go to the casino.
Bridgeport.
So if you take your car with the ferry, but how much does it run? price wise?
I think it's like $90 round trip.
Okay, that's about what it is here to get
Oh,
get
wow.
across Lake Michigan to go into Michigan. I was just curious. I thought it was a little excessive to take a little ferry across Lake Michigan.
Had you ever gone to Stamford, Connecticut?
No, I might have like
Stamford's like right on the border of New York and Connecticut. But that's where Jerry Springer was filmed and Maury.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, when I was working at White Plains Hospital, I would sometimes stay in Connecticut because it was a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
I would stay in Stamford, and this one time I stayed at this hotel. I had no idea, but that's where they housed all the Jerry Springer guests. Man, it was wild.
You should have tried to sneak on the show, man.
No.
That's when
I
you told
actually
me.
have a few guys I went to high school with who were on the Jerry Springer show.
Oh, really?
No
Yeah.
shit, really? That's cool.
With a fake story.
Right?
Yeah,
of course,
yeah. A lot of that stuff was fake, but
it's funny
Yeah,
because when
dude.
you were like, "All right, we're gonna put you in the green room," that's the first thing that came to my head was like Jerry.
Right. Right, but I was surprised. Like, I had no idea that Stanford housed like Maury Povich, Jerry Springer, WWE headquarters is there.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
there-
yeah, that,
ESPN's there too.
yeah,
yeah.
there is a lot of famous people that have houses in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I know I think I told you two guys this before, but I lived in Connecticut for almost 3 years.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
And I lived in Cromwell, which was like north of Middletown. It was near Middletown, but it was a little bit north of Middletown and south of Hartford. And see comments about avoiding New Haven. I was in the sheet metal union up there, and we did duct work. And there's a building in New Haven called One Century Tower. It's a 20-story building. And I worked on that building, and I was just a kid. I moved up there when I was 17. So I moved back home when I was about 20. No, I was 21 because I remember my mom and dad came up to visit me in Connecticut when I turned 21 so we could go drinking. But
Nice.
anyway, yeah, so I was up there just about 3 years, a little over. But yeah, I worked on the Southern New England Telephone Building, and there's what they call it, the Federal Building is right by Century Tower, One Century Tower. Yeah, I worked in New Haven a lot. The shop I worked for, they were in Bethany, Connecticut, so it was just north of New Haven. But
Well, don't they have that like submarine base right there?
Ain't that in Groton?
I don't, because I know like when we take the ferry, like when we're entering into Connecticut, you could see it along the shore. I guess it's like, I don't know if it's nuclear subs or what, but I know it's like some type of sub like base there.
Yeah, I know Groton was a big shipbuilding town, city, or whatever. Trying to think. There's a lot of towns on the water on the bottom of Connecticut there, but yeah, I know Groton was one. Trying to think. I know there was another name, but I can't think of it right now. Another town that was big into the boating ships and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
That's
there's
like
a stuff
over on the island here too, like Sag Harbor. That was like a big like port area, like for fishing and trade and stuff. Like it's a lot of cool history on the island, you know. I went to it was cool. I've been to the actual rock. See, my cousin was more into like history, and he had a little podcast going and like YouTube channel. So he would go visit like landmarks on the island. So one day he's like, "Hey, dude, man, you want to come with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's cool." He's like, "We're gonna go see the rock that Albert Einstein sat on and took a picture, like a famous picture."
Oh,
It was like it was like right on the water's edge of like like this. I think it was more like a bay, not the sound. And it was like I can't remember where the hell it was, but he like had the picture and he's showing it in his in the video, and you'd hold it up and then move it away and the rock's right there. Same thing. I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool.
Huh.
I think that and like Tesla was like on the island a lot.
Yeah. I know he was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Phil said it is Groton. Groton, Connecticut is where the subs.
Okay. Yeah. Because when we're pulling up, you could see it. It's pretty cool.
Maybe because
Brandon, what's up, man?
What's up?
How's it going?
So how long you been growing your beard, Mike?
I don't know. On and off since 2004.
Yeah.
But I really haven't. It's probably been this long for the past like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Nice. That's beautiful. Everybody's in that. Even Jay with the white beard up there.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I wish mine would go all white. It's just like here.
Yeah, I get that too, where I get like spots.
Yeah, it's hard to see yours. You're like in the shadow.
Yeah. One of my I got these new lights and one of them went out.
Yeah, I used to dye it, man, when I was younger, but it would like kill my skin,
Mm-hmm.
I would try not to hit the skin with the dye, but I get like chemical burns.
What color would you dye it?
Well, because it's my beard is like so I would dye it black,
Oh, I thought you meant like red and
No. Yeah, because it's hard to see, but like it's pure black. So just and then you get the little random patches here and there, but
right.
Then I just stopped. I'm like, yeah, this is crazy, man. I just accepted getting old.
Yeah, Mike earlier this week he had a blue beard.
Yeah, I dyed it blue. It was just a temporary dye. It washes right out.
Yeah, like that spray stuff or something like that.
It was actually like a paste.
Oh, cool.
But blended right in, and
Nice.
it was really cool actually. But it was just to raise awareness for zero prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go blue to raise money, and that's what Beard Respect is kind of doing, a fundraiser for them this year.
Nice. Yeah, that should be coming up soon.
Yeah, so if anybody's interested in the chat, I think on Facebook, mine's done now. It was set up for my birthday, but otherwise we do have attached to our Instagram a fundraiser for zero prostate cancer.
Yep.
Very nice.
So Bearded Beanie wants to know if you're dropping a hoodie.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna, and I was like, man, I'm gonna try to get this out soon, before winter hits and stuff. But I think probably the new year, I'll do it. The merch, the hats, I like doing hats. Hoodies are cool, but the shirts, I'm over the shirts, man. The hats are good and the hoodies are good, but everybody's always like, you should do this or you should do that or you should have done this. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And every year I did, like this real heavy weight hoodie that like basically you don't even need like a coat, but it cost me like almost like $60. So then I had to charge, almost $80 for the hoodie because I had to get the artwork on it. So I wasn't even making money. I was just kind of putting it out there. But this year, I think I'm going to go with like a lighter weight hoodie just to make it a little bit more affordable for people, because spending $80 on a hoodie is a little crazy, but
Yeah, definitely. And those hats do look pretty awesome.
Thanks. Thank you,
Which
man.
coffee?
I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was Sparky's or something different that Jacked Up had recommended, but the answer is no. I haven't yet.
What coffee is that?
It was either, I think it was Sparky's coffee that he was telling me about. I can't remember though, because I have a coffee YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
And Jacked Up he comes and watches that, so I'm wondering if that's what he was asking, if I tried the coffee he recommended. Yeah, Sparky's, he says. Not yet, but I have followed them, and it does look interesting to me. So
Coming.
There he is.
Okay.
You gonna make an appearance? There he is.
There's the little guy.
that's not the one that was snoring.
Yeah, this ain't the one that
Oh,
was snoring.
that's the little one.
Yeah, this is the little baby.
Yeah, the one that was snoring, this is her son,
Mm.
the one we kept. He was down there barking because Mom just come home, and then Clemmy started barking, so I had to leave and let her downstairs. But
What a
he's going to
cute-
be
now-
6 months on Saturday.
Wow, what does he weigh? Like 60 pounds already?
Not yet, but he's 50.
Yeah, I was about to say he's
Pushing
thick.
50,
Man. Sheesh.
Oh,
I had him at the
You
vet
are-
a couple weeks ago to get a chip,
hmm
and he was 47.8 then.
Wow.
And like I said, he's only just not 6 months yet.
Yeah, he's a cute dog, man.
yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I like the
Those
color,
smiles.
like the brown and the white and tan.
Yeah, he's
So when you sell a
Yeah.
dog, I mean, you probably get decent money, right?
well. We were trying. I think we were asking a little too much, but I think with his color, I think we could have got more.
Yeah.
But he had a brother and a sister, and we sold them each for $3.
Oh wow, yeah, that's cheap.
So yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like 3,000.
No,
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
Oh yeah, I was about. Oh okay, I was like, wait.
3,000. I think for him we could have probably got 45.
Right? Yeah, duh. He's a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you said 3, I'm like, wait, what? 300 bucks?
Yeah, 3,000. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's gorgeous.
I couldn't imagine paying that much for a dog. That's just me, though.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't know about that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's people that love certain breeds of dogs, and they'll pay for it. I'm like, wow. But
Yeah.
that same person that does that probably wouldn't buy as much beer products as I do. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one thing with them is I mean, I don't know. They say you can try a natural birth, but they got to be C-sectioned. English bulldogs and the Frenchies, they're 90% of the time C-section. So, I mean, there's a lot that went into getting her pregnant. We
Yeah.
found a stud in Ohio. We drove to Ohio 3 times to get
Oh, wow.
artificial insemination, and then you got to go to the vet to get their progesterone levels checked to make sure that they go into heat,
Yeah.
but that don't mean they can get pregnant yet.
Right.
You got to make sure their levels are right. And then,
Yeah, you don't want to take that trip all the way there and they're not ready.
yeah, but I think like our runt, he was real tiny, and then another puppy was born. Like she had 6, but one of them was what they call a water baby. It was all like swollen up with fluids, so they put him down right away.
Oh,
And then the runt, he was so tiny, he didn't make it a week. And then another girl. So we only had 2 girls and 4 boys. But the other girl, her chest was like real flat and wide. And they called her a swimmer. And when their chest is flat and wide, that's hard on the heart and the lungs. And she didn't make it either.
oh
So-
shoot. That's got to be hard
But
too, you know.
it was. I was real bummed out. I'm thinking, this was our first litter, and I'm thinking, why are we even doing this? We don't know what we're doing and this and that. And the vet said, bulldogs is one of the hardest breeds to breed and
Wow.
have healthy puppies. He said that 90% of bulldog litters usually lose at least one, if not two.
Wow.
So, but I mean, luckily for us, another one of our daughters worked for the vet, so she got a pretty good discount on things, but she doesn't work there no more. So if we do it again, it'll cost us a little more money. But yeah, they're definitely worth it. I mean, I've had guys reach out to me now, and are you going to do it again? And
Wow.
okay, we're thinking about it. It's a lot of work.
Is it hard to like let the puppies go? Because right, like puppies are always like cute. Obviously, you bred the dog for like to sell and stuff. But I could imagine just like wanting to keep all of them.
Oh yeah, my wife wanted to keep them all, and and out of the three that made it and thrived, we had the one girl. Of course, she wanted the girl, and I said no because a couple years ago now I had to put another one down, and he was he was mine. He was my best friend, but I wanted another male. So I told her, I said, if we do it again, we'll keep a female, and then we'll retire Clemmy. Let her have 2 litters, and that's it. And maybe we'll do it again, but. It is hard because then the other boy, everybody else liked the other boy, and he was all brown and brindle. I mean, that was it. He was brown and brindle, and everybody liked him because, like, when the grandkids come over, he was always right there with them. Gosh, he was always like a loner. He'd just be off by himself. He didn't care. And I said, well, when we get rid of these other 2, it may change, because my wife's like, he's not going to be personable. Well, he is. Whenever anybody comes home from being somewhere, he's just all excited and happy. So he's
nice.
But he's got that calm demeanor. He's like, we had class. I had to post, he did a 6-week class, and his brother was there too. And he was wild. His brother was just crazy. Just go, and panting, and just he would just lay down. He'd just lay down and look around like whatever, He's so laid back. He's been a real good dog already. So
yeah, I got 2. They're like 12 years old now.
Oh,
so they're starting to slow down,
Oh yeah.
And they've been, they were like my first kids, So I have almost a 7-year-old son, and then my other son will be 2 in January. So those 2 dogs, man, are like, I can't. When knock on wood, when that day comes on, I'm gonna be devastated, man.
Oh,
Like
that was that was the worst thing I had to do when I had to put him down.
How old was he?
He was 9.
Okay.
9, yeah.
Yeah, my dog is like, dude, I'm like, they're gonna live till they're like 20. They eat like, how people are like, oh, chocolate's bad for dogs.
Yeah.
Well, it might be a myth. So my other house, we had a like an overflow pantry. I just put up like shelving, like one of those plastic shelving things, and just put like miscellaneous stuff on it. And that was like our mud room where we put the dogs when we leave the house. And so they had the whole area. So we come home, I open up the door to let the dogs out, and there is on the floor like dried cement looking like paste. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I look, they knocked over a whole thing of brownie mix, the powder, ripped open the bag and ate all the powder from the brownie mix. And then when they, they were licking it off the floor and stuff, but then it kind of like dried.
Yeah.
He's eating tin foil. literally ate tinfoil. Like my wife cooked and like covered the chicken for like half the time of, and then so it has that like chicken juice on the tinfoil. She crumpled it up, put it in the garbage. Man, he went in there. She's like,
He ate it.
I was out. She's like, your dog just ate tinfoil. And I'm like, dude, he's either going to throw up or he's going to pass it. But
what kind of dog?
I got 2 pit bulls.
Oh, pit bulls. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. One was a rescue and I purchased the other one. Yeah, dude, they're like, they eat from my kids too, snacks that they just drop or they give them shit. I mean, they eat everything. Table food, snacks, like fruit snacks to cheese doodles to
everything.
Cheez-Its, goldfish, everything. But yeah, that's cool, man. But once they go, that's it for me.
Yeah.
I need a break.
Yeah,
then you try to go on vacation or, you're out for a couple of days. It's like we got to board them.
Yeah.
That's my male dog doesn't like other people. Ever since we had my first son, became like very protective of the house and stuff, So when people come over, I got to put him away. But what's so funny is it's just the house. So when he goes when I board him at the vet, they give him a bath. They walk him around because he's not at the property,
right
at my house. So once he's here, man, it's like I got to treat him like a loaded gun, like God forbid. So they have their own spare bedroom. The whole bedroom is the dog room. So they're hanging out in there. But
do you get like a lot of negative pushback, like trying to board a pit bull? Like, is there any prejudice against pit bulls or?
Not at the vet, because one of the vets, this lady that I see, she has a bunch of pit bulls.
Yeah. So
that always helped. But what I used to get when I first got them, I used to like take them for walks a lot and stuff like that. And
people like cross the street when they
definitely tell like people are leery, which they should be, right? Because they're powerful dogs, and you don't know any dog, right? Any type of breed of dog, whatever. But you could definitely feel it in the air, like But it's crazy because I was just at the park with my son. He was playing soccer, and this guy came with this husky, but it must have been like a real deal, like thoroughbred husky. And this thing was basically a wolf, man. I'm telling you, it was like gorgeous, huge. And I was like, he was letting that thing run around without a leash, like throwing the ball. But that thing was like, it would come by us, and I was almost like, dude, this thing's like, it was scary looking because it looked like a wolf, man. So it doesn't mean just pit bulls, it's crazy, man. Beautiful dog, but definitely overwhelming. But they're good. With the kids, they lay on them and pull their ears and cuddle, and they're great with the kids,
Yeah.
But it's just anybody else. But now he can't hear. He's completely deaf, which sucks. So then I let him outside. I have a gated property, so I let him outside. And then I'm waiting 2:00 in the morning. I'm waiting and waiting because usually I call his name. His name's Zeus. I'm like, Zeus, and then he'll come walking, to let him in. So now he can't hear. So now like he's taking forever out there. I'm like, what the hell is this dog doing? So I walk across and I see him. He's just like patrolling the yard at like 2:00 in the morning. I'm outside of my boxers, like out of a dead sleep. I'm like, dude, I can't yell to him because he can't hear. So I have to get a flashlight and like shine it by him. And now he knows to like look back. I'm like, get your ass inside, like he's crazy. Trying to see.
Scott, let's see what you got there, Scott.
Okay. It's going to take me a minute.
Okay. All right. Ooh.
Sorry if I'm missing some of this chat, man. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, I missed a bunch there.
I've been highlighting some of them.
Yeah. Somebody wrote, I think I saw it up here. Dan, nice seeing you too. Somebody was like, I seen him from another company. Is this the same guy? So they probably thought like they probably seen him
yeah,
affiliated
way in
with
the
your
beginning
brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was White Trash Donnie, I think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. He
Oh,
said he
shit, was it?
recognized the logo, but he said
Right.
it was a different name. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in forever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that guy.
Yeah, he pops in every once in a while.
That's how you do it, man. Keep everybody on the toes.
Yeah, Alaskan Malamutes are huge.
Malamutes.
Yeah, probably. I just was like, oh, it's like looks like a husky, but yeah, it could have been. I mean, this thing was humongous, man. They might have sold that guy a wolf.
So, Jason, I was wondering if you do decide to breed again, would you consider like doing pre-orders, like have them
You
sold
know,
before you breed?
see, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of breeders that do that. Like, well,
Yeah.
I'll put this out there as an example. Since I visited you and posted about getting some of your product and stuff, Jay reached out and started following me. Jr. Bearded.
Okay, yeah.
Well, he reached out to me the other day because he seen my IG, some of my posts with him, and that's his favorite breed, and he loves them. And he says he goes, I just can't afford them, and but he asked me if I thought about breeding again, and he asked if I was a breeder, and I said I wouldn't call myself a breeder. I said we had one litter,
right?
Thinking about doing it again, but I don't have kennels. We breed them, raise them in our house, and I do it. Me and my wife do it because we just love the breed. We're not in it. We're not in it to make money, but we want to at least cover the bills. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of having it. And but yeah, selling them, it was hard, losing those couple we did. But even just having the 3 that we did, it was a lot of work. And I thought, man, if we would have had 2 or 3 more, that would have been a real job. And I see these people on Instagram, having. I just seen the other day there was a woman with a wagon hauling a bunch of golden retrievers to the vet. There was 9 of them. He was hauling 9 of them and I'm like, man.
They
But
like put them in the pool, right? They're like the little plastic kid pools. They keep the puppy
yeah,
for a while.
yeah,
Get to like corral them.
yeah. So that, I mean, so like I said, I wouldn't consider myself a breeder, but yeah, there are people out there that do that pre-order and stuff, and I'm like, I personally wouldn't want to be on a pre-order list because I want to see them. I don't, I don't know how it works. I suppose you could say, but you're going to put a deposit down,
Right.
and
Right.
I'm like, what if none
People
of them
do it,
are
though.
or the color or look the way I want it to look?
People do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm
know.
just saying because, like, it's when during this process, I mean, you kind of updated us and stuff like that, and there was like some times where you're kind of worried about if you're going to be able to sell them or not.
Yeah,
And if you had like a pre-order, then you're like, okay, I got these 3 people that definitely want them. They put a deposit. If they back out, at least you got, a couple $100
Yeah.
deposit, to kind of go towards food and raising them.
Yeah. What would happen if you can't sell the dogs? Now you're stuck with them,
Right.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well,
pre-order them. You got.
I know. Yeah, there was a buddy of mine. He lives in Florida now, but I went to school with him, and he was always into bulldogs. And he had a litter like about a year and a half ago now, and he came way down in price to get rid of them. I mean, yeah, we'd love to keep them all, but then there's that thing called litter mate syndrome, where they'll be at each other's throat because the whole litter is trying to
Compete.
say who's dominant,
Right.
trying to
Alpha dog.
trying to be the dominant one,
Mhm.
and it can be, and they rely on each other too much, and then they'll be antisocial with other dogs and stuff. So it's, I mean,
Sounds like a lot.
we see, yeah, we see the people in Ohio that we bred Clementine with. They post on Facebook all the time, and we see people getting 2 bulldogs at once, and I don't think that's a good idea for any breed, not just this breed. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm still learning. We're learning, because there's a lot of. I mean, there are good big time breeders out there, and I've seen a couple of them on YouTube and stuff. And there was this one guy got a stud from this other big time breeder, and it was $10,000 for the stud service. I'm like,
Jeez.
holy shit, but they got the bloodlines,
Right.
Wow.
I mean, they do, which I'd like to do it with Clementine and Gus too, is get a DNA. You can get DNA to see what
Yeah.
carriers they have for color and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a whole. I mean, I just like being, just a family kind of dog thing. I don't want to go to that extreme. That's their job though. That's what they picked as their profession. That's what they
Right.
do. So, but I don't want to do that. I mean, if I could make enough and sell enough that I could quit my job, then yeah, because other than that, it's it's
Like
hard
having
on.
kids.
Yeah, but it's worse at least. Well,
Well, at least
babies,
you
you
could
still
put
got to.
dogs in cages,
Yeah, but and babies, you still got to get up at them 2 o'clock feedings and stuff. But these dogs, these puppies, they were like, that first week or two, you got to feed them like every 2 hours
Yeah,
because
dude.
they're not very big, so they can't
Right.
ingest a lot. So you got to feed them more often, and man, it was a lot of work.
My second dog that I rescued her. I was at 7-Eleven grabbing coffee, and somebody in the parking lot was like, "Anybody want puppies?" And I'm like, what, puppies? I'm like, what do you got? She's like, my dog had a litter, and I can't keep the puppies, and I'm bringing them to the pound. So she literally had them in the trunk of her car. She was stopping to grab coffee herself, and then the next stop was the pound with the puppies, right? So I'm like, all right, let me see. So there was like, I don't know, 5 puppies. And I'm like, dude, what kind of dog is this? She's like, they're pit bulls. And she's like, I don't know what the father was. I had the female. It got knocked up, basically. So I was like, yeah, I'll take a dog, So I took the puppy home. Her eyes weren't even open yet.
Oh wow.
So what I had to do is I had to put her on a heating pad, not directly like blankets down,
Right.
right, and bottle feed her goat's milk. And then when I went to work, I dropped her off at my buddy's mom's house down the road so she could take care of the dog when I went to work. And then when I would, come home, I'd go pick the dog back up. And then my male dog at the time, who was like 8 months old, he was like sniffing the puppy. Her eyes opened up. She was learning how to walk. He was like licking her, like her stomach. And it was crazy. I like learned all about it, but it was a lot of work, just the one. But the puppy's mom wasn't there. So I had to like bottle feed her, make sure she was warm. And it was like, but she made it, man. She's tough as nails. She's 12 years old right now. And actually funny, well, it's not a funny story, but she like recently got sick, and out of nowhere, she was like not eating and having like really severe diarrhea. And I'm like, wow, this is weird. Maybe she's like sick or getting old, but it came on kind of out of nowhere. So I brought her to the vet. checked her out. They're like, oh no, she's fine. They did an X-ray. X-ray came back like there's nothing going on. Yada yada yada. Give her these pills that should induce her appetite, make her eat. I couldn't get her to drink. I'm trying to like syringe water in her mouth, Pedialyte, because she was getting like she wouldn't eat and she kept having diarrhea. Brought her to the vet again. No, we don't see nothing. A couple of days go by, she's still not eating. Last hurrah, me and the wife, I was like, my wife, Sam, I'm like, you got to take off work in the morning. We got to bring her to the vet. If she doesn't make it now, we're going to have to put her down because I had to carry her. Like she was basically dying. They were like, we'll do one last sonogram, like instead of an X-ray, a sonogram. So they did it quick. They found a little spot in her intestine. So they're like, all right, we're going to take her in the room. We'll call you guys and let you know how it goes. So come to find out, 10 minutes later I'm driving home, they're like, did your dog possibly eat a corn on the cob? And I'm like, well, we have it for dinner sometimes. I think my son might have dropped his, like, because we cut him into small pieces for him. I think he dropped it, us not realizing. The dog grabbed it, ate the cob, but like ate it so quick that she swallowed it, and the cob of the corn worked its way all the way through the large intestines and got perfectly lodged in her small intestine. So they had to do emergency surgery for that to get her out. Dude, I pick her up the next day, back to normal. So if your dog ever gets super sick, skip the X-rays.
Yeah.
The sonogram, man, save like $5,000.
Right.
Now you can thank me later. But it was wild, man. I was like, what the hell? I thought she was like dying, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it was weird. And I'm like, it just out of nowhere. And they kept doing the X-rays, like, oh, we don't see nothing. I'm like, well, something's going on, you know. Thank God that lady said one. She's like, well, I'm like, why don't you guys do that first? You know, like,
right.
You know, if it shows more, you know.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know. Vets,
They want you coming back.
I'm kind of having a love-hate relationship with them right now because they just, I mean, like right now, Clementine's having, like English Bulldogs, they got tail pocket issues, you know, because they got no tail, and then they get kind of bulky, and their skin kind of grows around it. Well, it'll get yeast and infected and stuff like that. You got to keep them clean. And she was fine till she got, you know, had the litter and stuff. Now all of a sudden she's having issues. She went on 3 rounds. They just kept saying, you know, we'll give her antibiotic. She went through like 3 rounds of antibiotic and steroids, and then we take betadine and we clean it every day. And like my other dog, Winston, he would get it, but when he would get it is after a bath. The first time he got it, it was after a bath, and we didn't know no better. And man, he was scooching on the floor and stuff, and I looked, and it was like completely red in there.
Oof.
So I started cleaning it, and then I put Desitin in it, just like diaper rash shit, you know, and it cleared up in a couple days. And so from then on, every time we gave him a bath, I took dry paper towels, you know, even after drying them, then I would dry that out and he'd be fine. But I don't know. She's been having troubles. We've had her to the vet. No, it's this, and then allergies. Well, I'm watching videos and stuff. I think she needs to get her tail removed.
Oh, shit.
Because it's not clearing up. Yeah, they have a surgery. They'll cut that tail off and stitch all that skin back together, so there's nothing, no pocket, no tail, nothing, just smooth bum. So we're actually taking her on the 25th to a vet about 2 hours away that specializes in bulldogs, and we're going to get a consultation. But yeah, and it's the same vet that delivered the pups, and it's the same vet that, you know, with Winston, my boy, he had a little bump on his belly, and it was about like the size of a quarter. And I took him. That's just, you know, dogs get older, they get lumps, you know. They said, that's just a growth. I wouldn't worry about it. month or so later, now it's about the size of a golf ball. I go, and they check it for palpitation, No, it's just a growth. About a month later, it's almost the size of my fist.
Dang.
And oh, there's nothing we can do. That's cancer. What the F, dude? I brought him here 2 other times to get looked at, and you just didn't do nothing. And now, So we did take him to another vet. He was going to cut it out, and he was going to do chemo and stuff, but it was out of our budget.
Right.
It was out of our budget. And then, we talked about it, and we thought, and how much quality life is he going to have after going through all that shit too, So, but he was still eating. He was, going up and down the steps. He was fine, but it was just so big and red, and it looked like it was going to burst. And
yeah, that's
so
tough.
we just had to put him down. But that vet pissed me off,
Yeah.
But
yeah. So let me ask you guys a bearded question here. So when you guys, do any guys use heat after the shower, like blow dryer, or just naturally? You do?
I do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that just to like make everything lay flat better, or just like the way if it dries, it'll like curl up and like?
Yeah, I do it to straighten it. So
just
to get better shape with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I noticed I used to blow dry my beard, right? Just to, cause like, it's funny, man. It's like underneath will like grow like upward. Like all this hair here, like underneath will just like spring up, and these will grow to the side. And then like you get the chin bump flip, and it's like it always went crazy directions. But I noticed it used to like dry my beard out a lot more, even if I put oil before and then blow dry, and then after butter, do everything. But also I used to blow dry a lot more because like I feel in here was like so thick, even towel drying it almost like stayed damp, Yeah. So I used to like just kind of separate the hair and blow dry, but probably for the last like couple months, man, I've just been like extra towel drying, just go straight oil, then butter. And it's been all right. I don't know if it's all the years of training it with the blow dryer that I did, whatever, but you using the blow dryer all the time, does it like affect your beard? Does it like dry it out a little bit more so you have to use extra product? Or
I don't use a blow dryer. I use a heated brush.
Oh, okay.
And it's not even that hot. I usually at most 360, but usually it's like 320, 340. But no, I haven't had any problem.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, when my beard was shorter, about to here, it just grew wild.
Yeah.
And I got a heated brush, and it made a big difference. And now that it's just this long and this thick, I blow dry it. But yeah, I put oil on, then blow dry it, and then butter afterwards. Or balm. Balm.
Yeah, like, oh man, I still struggle with like wanting to blow dry it sometimes, just because it like, because you see like the length when you pull it, it gets like friggin' so much longer. But I'm just like, I don't know, and then it becomes a pain in the butt,
Have you ever used a heated brush?
I did when they first came out, where it was like, it was probably like a real crappy one. It was almost like a flat iron with like a guard. It wasn't actual like heated bristles. It was like bullshit. And my beard was too thick. And I'm like, it's like not even, it's just touching the top layer. Like it's not doing anything. But yeah, I don't know. My biggest thing was my skin underneath here just staying wet,
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, like it's not even like up here. It's just by my chin, because I guess the hair is so dense. Your chin hair is always like super thick. But like, I towel dry it really good, put product in, and I can almost like feel it, like it's still damp. So I always like, I didn't want to it could cause, irritation and,
Yeah.
scaling and stuff, even with product, but I just didn't know, because you guys' beards look nice. So I didn't know if you guys used heat or just product only. And plus, the longer it gets, it holds down from the length,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The weight of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
see,
one.
there's the little rescue one.
I'd probably have like an inch difference if I don't use the brush. Like if I don't use, like it's definitely more curlier, probably an inch shorter. Without the heated brush, but
Yeah.
I know. I notice like in the morning when I blow dry, it's like long, and then at the end of the day when I come home, it's like it's shorter.
Yeah. That and the neck hairs, man, are the worst. It gets like so knotty. I don't know, man. It's like, I guess because it's so coarse.
I think
it's just
yours
like-
is thick.
It
Yours
just
is
coils
thick.
up, man.
Yep. Yeah, yours is pretty thick. I mean, when I blow dry, the first stage of blow drying is I go underneath and I comb it out with that,
Right.
the number 8. I comb it out, blowing it up, and then that gets the neck hairs good. And then I just comb it. Well, I comb it to the side. I comb it to the side, and then I comb it down, blow dry it. But
Yeah. That's what I
Yeah.
did when I blow dry. I used to like start down and then like
yeah,
to the side and then this side and then the bottom blow up and then the final down.
yep.
It got to be a pain in the butt.
It is. It can be at times, but it probably really only. I mean, I don't spend a lot of time doing it.
Yeah.
I'm probably maybe 5 minutes.
And you get quicker as you got that routine where it's like it's
Yeah.
quick, but I was like, I'll figure I'd switch it up a little bit, just try no heat. And then I did a
Yeah.
post too. I was curious because half the time when I apply product before bed, I was always like, I never like pre-applied product before bed. I was just like brush my teeth, put product, go lay down. So I would always catch myself like laying on the pillow, not trying to like put my beard on the pillow to like rub the product off, for like the next like half an hour. So I put out the question like, what time do you guys apply? Like most people were like, oh, I do it a half an hour before bed, and like I'll like go brush my teeth, put on product, like go sit down for like my last half an hour and then go to bed. So it's like fully absorbed. But like, I don't know, my routine is just like brush teeth, product, go lay down,
Yeah.
Is that similar to what you guys do, or?
I mean,
for me,
I try to do the half hour before, but
Yeah.
a lot of times it's like I'm just ready for bed, so I don't put any in. I don't put any in then.
Right.
So I haven't put product in at night for a while. But
wow.
now like Thursdays, before the show, I take another shower and do it up. But now tomorrow morning,
Mhm.
I won't do. I'll just spritz it with water. Mist it with water and comb it out because the product that's in it from the night before
Right.
is still. And
So good.
some of my best beard days are Friday mornings.
Mhm.
Hey Tyson.
What's up? Yeah, I do like the oil and butter before bed religiously, and then in the morning I'll take like the Chicago comb, just kind of wet it, brush through. I should get a spray bottle. I used to do it, but now I just wet the comb, brush through, and then I'll just use a little bit of oil. Just oil it, and then good for the day. Because I feel like sometimes in the morning, if I put butter on top of it, even from the night before using oil and butter, it's like too much, So that's why the morning time I just go straight oil, and then, obviously that night shower and start all over. But
Now let me ask you this: do you mostly use your signature line, or do you use your emu line, or do you switch off and on?
it's a good question. I switch it up a lot. this is what I use. It's so funny because like in my cabinet, it's everything. I don't have my whole lineup, right? As odd as that sounds, I always use the stuff that I created, and it didn't like make it to the main line. I'm like, I was like, got an idea for a scent. I'll make something, smell it, and I'm like, this ain't really good. I'll put it to the side, put it to the side. So I get an abundance of oils that didn't make it, or they, I didn't like the way they smelled. I use all that. So if I have a bunch of like signature line, I'm using that for the next couple of months. And then if I happen to just be downstairs and I'm just like, I'll bring this oil up, I feel like using this, I'll grab an emu and then switch it up. But my routine is just whatever I had laying around that I didn't use because I never want to waste it. That's the stuff I usually like give to my brothers or my friends that come over. They're like, hey, I need some oil. I'm like, here, take a shitload of this because I got too much of it, It's amazing, like creating a scent. And then because I like to make it in like the 1 ounce bottle, but I'll do like half an ounce and then let it sit for a day or two and you keep smelling it because it's going to change from the moment you make it for the next couple of days. Those scents like really start to mix with each other. And then you do that and you're like, after a couple of days, you're like, one scent's a little too strong in this. I got to dial it down. So you recreate it and tone 1 scent down or make it up. And then you do that. And then it's like, it still needs this, but so now you're making another one. And then next thing you know, you got 20 bottles laying around. So it's funny because Kyle, when he was over, he was like, man, you should like sell those, And I'm like, I mean, I guess I could because he smelled a couple. When he came over, he showed up at 2:00 in the morning from his drive to my house. So I'm downstairs. He's like smelling everything, and he's like, nah, these are good. I'm like, nah, I didn't really like. He's like, you should sell these, man. I'm telling you, just like. I'm like,
limited edition, unreleased.
Yeah.
No
right.
Name.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool though. It's funny too because when he came over, that was like the first time I met him in person too. So he shows up, we're just like kicking it in my living room, and then I'm like, I'll bring you downstairs where I got all my stuff, So I'm down there, and he's like, because I FaceTime him all the time while I'm down there, like packing orders and shit. So he like knows what I got down there. So he's like smelling all the different scents, right? So he's like, I'm like, dude, smell this, smell this, smell this. So he's like, this would be good with this, and this would be good with this. So that we like threw something together at literally like 3:00 in the morning. I might release it and call it like 3 a.m. Like a little collab thing.
Right.
It's pretty good, but. It gets even he was overwhelmed, like smelling all your scents, and then like he's like, man, now I can't smell nothing because you smell too much. Even if you go to try to smell coffee or something different, it's like it's in your nose, it's done.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he says to smell your skin.
I saw that. Yeah. I guess you probably could for like while you're just smelling some oils, but if you're smelling 20 oils, 30 oils.
Well,
it's
a lot of times I'll put like a drop here or a drop there and smell it.
Yeah, and then they combine.
So my skin has like scents all over it.
Yeah, the daily grind. Yeah, dude. That was good. I never made a butter in that. I only did the oils. But yeah, man. It's funny too, because the new butter line that I put out, when I went to go drop the new butter line, I made all my inventory for butters at once in this big hopper. So I'm separating them. I'm making all the butters, and I overstocked my small refrigerator, and it was so many butters in there at once. The fridge couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
So when I took out the shit, I'm like, oh man, I didn't like the consistency, right? Because it wasn't cooling down quick enough. And I'm like, I can't put these out, man. So I had to make everything all over again, dude, with the freezer this time. And I only did like 4 at a time. But I made so many. Dude, I got butters downstairs that'll last me 6 lifetimes. All in the one little 1 ounce jars, man. But what are you going to do?
Yeah. Well,
Scott,
another thing I got to experience was like you talk about scent profiles, and you got vanilla, and then you got tonka bean. Now that's what Johnny showed me. He gave me a bottle of tonka bean,
Mm-hmm.
and it smells like something that could be by itself
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't smell. It
Right.
smells like it's an already blended oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's totally different. It adds another twist to a
Right.
vanilla scent.
Yeah. It's amazing what, a lot of the scents that you put together, you don't smell the one particular scent profile. And they're like, man, I'm not really picking up on this mint or whatever. But if you do the whole scent and don't add that one little profile, it changes everything,
Mhm.
Sometimes those scents help the blend, but it's not a predominant scent that you're going to catch. It just helps create the overall experience,
It's just like the barber shop. It has patchouli in it,
Mhm.
but you don't pick it up.
Yeah, that and like musk, like that the Liberty has the blue musk in there, and that's like a really smooth, like I like working with musk scents because like especially blue musk, because it just smooths out a scent, if sometimes you create something that's a little bit too sharp, and you can add a little bit of like that blue musk or white musk, and it just kind of like smooths it out. Tobacco is good, but sometimes you get too much shit with tobacco in it, but it goes with everything, I think. So it's like, oh, this is good, add tobacco. Oh, it's even better, so sometimes I try to steer away from that, but
Scott, can we see your presentation now?
I don't know if we want to get into all that, but
We have to.
you
You
got
work
the
hard.
graphic up there? Sweet, man. I like that.
okay, here's just something I took from his website.
Right.
What was that shit?
That
All
was
right.
quick.
Nice.
I don't know how I did that. Okay.
Hey now.
Five Boroughs Grooming is a family-owned and operated business out of Long Island, New York. A husband and wife team, Johnny and Samantha. And together they have fun creating all the label work, logos, and most importantly, the product scents. They'll handcraft all the butters and oils to ensure consistency and perfection. Other ingredients are sourced right here in America. We currently use and sell our products in local barbershops, and this helps provide us with firsthand customer feedback. Our goal is to create grooming products which help keep your beard healthy and gives you the confidence in your day-to-day life, bearded lifestyle. Thanks for rocking with us. One love. The signature oil blend, jojoba, sweet almond, apricot, castor oil, vitamin E, and fragrance. $14.99 for a 1 ounce. The emu blend is $19.99 for a 1 ounce. That's 50% emu oil, and then jojoba, sweet almond oil, apricot oil, castor oil, vitamin E, and fragrance. Johnny, stop me if I'm messing anything.
No, you're doing great, man.
And we have the beard butter ingredients, which is $12.99 for a 1 ounce butter. There's shea butter, emu oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, apricot oil, castor oil, vitamin E, and fragrance.
Good.
So all your butters come with emu in it?
Yes. Yep.
I just asked because I know there are some people out there who aren't big bird oil fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you have your new wash, and I believe the big change in that was hemp oil.
Yes.
$19.99 for an 8 ounce. sure you guys know most of these ingredients because we've discussed them on many other companies.
No, you need to say each one because I'm not sure. I've
Really?
heard of these.
Yeah,
You want to be here all night?
I just want to comment on the butter. And you brought this up earlier, or I think Jason did, but I don't think I've ever seen 1 ounce butters before.
Yeah.
No.
Well, even when we started, like, that was 3 years ago. A lot of companies were doing the 1 ounce tins in bomb,
Right.
and bomb was the thing. Like, and butter was
Bomb's
it was
still
out,
the
but it
thing.
really wasn't that huge. And I always thought that was like the perfect, 1 ounce was manageable, and
Right.
then everything went to the 2 ounce, and just me using beard products all the time, I always was left with a ton of butter, and I noticed friends, they would always pick up oils and not butter. I'm like, sure you don't need a butter? And they're like, nah, I got butter left over.
Right.
So then I actually had to make another order for all my jars, and I was debating. I'm like, man, now's the time to either get a shitload of 2 ounce jars or 1 ounce jars, and I gotta like figure out. So I was like, you know what, man, I'm going 1 ounce. Just I feel like it's the right amount. And then I try to market it and price it to where some people are like, man, 1 ounce, I'll blow through that. Like, that doesn't even make sense. But I'm like, you could buy 2 of them for just about what I was selling the 2 ounce butter.
Right.
So it's just like, you just got to buy 2 and it's basically the same cost. So it's, but I do offer a 2 ounce unscented butter. So, but and I had to charge a tiny bit more because now I'm using emu in the butter.
Right.
And as we all know, that's
Right.
yeah, it's definitely pricey.
Unless you can catch your own emus.
Yeah, then yeah, call me if you could do that. Maybe Jason will start breeding them for me.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Like, I've seen 4 ounce, 3 ounce, and 2 ounce. I've just never seen a 1 ounce butter. That's cool.
Yeah, and I try to keep it in, like a glass. It's still a glass jar. It feels
That's
quality. It's not like not to say like plastic isn't good, whatever. But I always like the glass. It's like heavy. It
Me too.
feels like quality in your hand.
Yeah. And it helps prevent leaching.
Right. Yep. The Christmas scent.
Okay, we got a Santa State of Mind, blue spruce sap, festive pine, orange, cedar bark, holly jolly berries, clove, and Christmas tree needles. Sounds like a interesting Christmas scent.
Yeah, I switched it up a tiny bit. I added a little cedar because it used to be called Jack Frost, and I put it out for the last 2 years, and I felt like if I switch it up too much and change it, like, people would kill me because they just are like, dude, this is like the perfect Christmas scent. Like, don't touch it, But I wanted to give it a new name and switch it up a tiny bit. But I think just adding a little bit of that cedar to it and a little bit more orange, it kind of like, it wasn't so sharp because Christmas scents could be pretty powerful. Like, this is a pretty strong scent too, but I felt like it just kind of smoothed it out a little bit. But yeah, the good old Christmas scent. I got it right here, actually.
Cool.
It's probably not coming up, but whatever. Yeah, definitely put you in the mood. That's for sure. And I dropped it earlier this year because I know people tend to do Christmas now, like, already. They're like November 1st, their trees up and stuff. So this year I was prepared. I'm like, I'm dropping this in the beginning of November.
Yeah.
Last year I always did like first week of December.
Yeah, I can't stand when stores
Yeah, no,
do that. I mean, I understand when like companies like yours do it.
Right.
It's just business, but I feel like we get bombarded by Christmas before it's even November.
It's Halloween. It's not even Halloween, and there's Christmas stuff out already. I
I
agree.
think it's funny when I see Halloween stuff on July 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're freaking November 1st, they're putting out Halloween shit for next year. They're like, all right, we got to get into Halloween stuff.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
Black Friday is now like beginning of November.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Black
like,
Friday sale, November 3rd.
Yeah,
I
well,
know.
yeah, and then they'll do it the whole month of November. It's like,
Right.
holy shit, man. Dang. Yeah, this year I haven't decided when I'm dropping the Black Friday sale. I think I might do it like maybe like Thanksgiving
Mhm.
and that weekend after. Maybe 2-day sale, 3-day sale, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Get back to the normal swing of things, you know. I don't want to go too crazy. Even putting this out, you know, the Christmas scent, like I said, was like a little wild in my head, but I'm like, you know, there's people out there that start Christmas right away in November. So I gotta catch those people.
And we've got some of your more normal scents. Miami Vice, which is grapefruit, pear, blue musk, amber, apple, aged rum, vanilla, orange burst, and pineapple.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like literally a Miami smell. Like if you picture Miami, the bright neon colors, the citrusy the smells, that's 100% Miami vibes right there.
Oh, yeah. And then we have a barbershop, which is powdery bay rum, warm amber, white musk, sandalwood, and earthy patchouli. Maybe the first barbershop I think I've seen patchouli in.
Like I said, you can't pick it out. At least I can't.
Chris Perez wants to know, what would you say is the signature scent of Five Boroughs?
I'm gonna say the last like 6 months, probably Miami Vice and do a kickflip, and then to Beardco. To Beardco being a newer one, but that one went crazy.
Yeah, that one sounds interesting.
Yeah, that I combined the name too of beard and tobacco. I just kind of created the name to Beardco. Merged the two together. It's hard to come up with names of scents, man. Believe it or not. Like I think, and you know what happens too is like you tend to like want to match the scent profile to the name to make it make sense. You know, I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know if I think too deep into it, but like, you know, you can't have a Miami Vice and it be like a dark rum smell, you know, like a.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
And then we got 36 Chambers, which I believe Jason is a fan of. Banana
Yeah.
cream, sweet peach, blue musk, tobacco, dark amber, and apricot.
No, I'm not the Wu-Tang Clan, I'm not hip on them, but what does this have to do with them?
So that was like their first CD cassette, album.
Okay.
Was, 36 Chambers. So
Okay.
it's related to that. Somebody asked me too, which was cool. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think of that. They thought it was like guns, like the chamber of, and I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool, man. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it's like homage to Wu-Tang stuff I grew up on.
And these are more a simple scent, so I put 2 on a slide. We have white musk, which is musk, sandalwood, lime, and bergamot. And Space Ride, which is blueberry, orange, sweet tobacco, and black pepper. They both sound interesting as well.
Yeah, I think
Sometimes simpler can be better.
right. Absolutely. And I think Space Ride I might discontinue because I
Does
have
that one not sell as well?
no. It's just I just got to make room for new stuff because I have over 20 cents, you know. And I know
Yes, I've noticed.
once you start getting too much, those were like one of the first, you know, I came out with, you know, so it's kind of ran its course, and I gotta like get those out of there to make room for new scents.
Yeah.
Man, my chat over here is so delayed.
Mm.
I'm seeing people talk about like when we were talking about shooting. Oh my God. That was like a half an hour ago.
And Mark Johnson says, never been to Miami. It probably smells like tequila and alligators.
You might be right. There's definitely both of those there, that's for sure.
And we have orange cedarwood, which is citrusy orange and cedarwood. And smoked peach, which is juicy peach, smoldering smoke, and dark oud.
That smells nice. It smells just how it is.
Right.
Peach and a little bit of smoke.
Smoke,
And
yeah.
that's going to be another one I'll be picking up too at some point. And what's funny is I'm not a big food scent guy, but at 36 chambers with the banana, and we'll be getting to it here too. But Beard Vacation with the berries, man, that shit is just that smells so good.
It's yeah, no, right on, man. I appreciate it. You know what's funny too about the 36 chambers? I'll tell it quick. Sometimes when I go downstairs and try to create a scent, you know, it's like if you try too hard, you keep trying to create something, it's almost you get like writer's block, you know, where you just 36 chambers. I went downstairs. I'm like, I packed some orders, and I was like, oh, I got a little bit. Let me throw something together. It was kind of like the sense just came to me. There was a little bit of a backstory to it, and then it just worked perfectly, you know. And I was like, wow, this was almost too easy. And then, you know, sometimes I have extra time at night. I'll go downstairs to try to create a scent, and just nothing's working, you know. So it's funny how it works. I think sometimes the less you try, just
Yeah, you never know.
yeah.
So on this next one, black, it says black leather, but it doesn't smell like regular leather. So what smells different about it?
It's a lot smoother, lighter leather. When you think of leather, you think of, you know, like that couch wallet leather, coat leather, that real sharp, very strong leather. This is more mild. It has a leather smell, but it's hard to explain. I'm not, you know, it's hard to explain a scent. You kind of just have to like experience it. But it's a lot smoother. It's not as in your face. It's not as like loud. It's more mellow. Yeah. Because that regular leather, man, is strong.
I ask because I'm a leather fan. It also has tonka bean, black pepper, vanilla, oud wood, vetiver, and smoke.
You know, I got this one too, and it's a real smooth scent, and it's to me it's kind of a going out scent. Something
Yeah,
I'll
it's like
wear
a
if I-
nighttime dress up.
Yeah,
Dark.
yeah.
Dark attire scent. Yeah, that's why I named it black. It's because it has that like you're going to a wedding, you're going out at night. Like
Yeah.
had that vibe to it for sure. It's one of my favorite scents actually.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. And then we have the infamous which is barbershop, white musk, blackberry, and tobacco.
That's another one I'll be getting. That smoked peach, and I forget what the third one was. I'll definitely be getting.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, of course, this one smelled good too.
Yeah, it's like a brighter
Yeah.
scent.
Do a clip, black vanilla bean, tobacco, sweet apple, bergamot, amber resin, musk, and mint. Is there a big difference between amber and amber resin?
Nah, it's pretty much the same. I just sometimes name stuff a little different, so it's not like,
Okay.
yeah, like pine needle, Christmas tree needles. It's basically like pine needles, but I just added the Christmas tree,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's not same exact thing on every,
Mhm.
the staple scents that you go with. That's why you'll see like tobacco or tobacco leaf, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get creative.
And this one sounds pretty interesting to me. The bearded vacation.
It's
Oud,
good.
blackberry, vanilla cream, amber, buttermilk, musk, raspberry, orange zest, pineapple, blueberry, and strawberry.
It's good. I need that in a yogurt flavor.
You know what?
Yogurt flavor.
I got you.
Because I could eat that. I could eat
Well, yeah.
It's funny. I brought the like when I go do like product pictures, I have like a particular jar of butter that I use that I bring, and just the oil. Like it's not the actual scent; it's just for video or picture purposes. So when I went to the ocean to film that, I set it up on the sand. I'm trying to get made a little like it's sitting in the break of the water, and then the damn wave came in too strong and wiped the damn. I think I have it on video. I should post it as like a blooper. I'm like, oh well, that's done. Like all sandy and stuff. I was like, shit. I was trying to get the right shot,
Oh, yeah. And we have Liberty, which is blue musk, summer orange, fresh blueberries, big apple, black pepper, and dark vanilla. And this is the Beard Co.,
Yeah.
which has a ton of tobacco, pipe
Yep.
tobacco, Cuban tobacco, sweet tobacco,
Hence the name.
tonka bean, and vanilla. So if you like tobacco, I'm sure this one will be right up your alley.
Right. Go for it. You always got to have that staple tobacco scent, in your inventory.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
That's always like, that's another timeless one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get all the crazy scents, but like sometimes you just want to go back to the basics.
Yeah. And we've got Caramel Orchard, which is crisp green apples and smooth salty caramel. I'm guessing the smooth salty caramel is the same as your old caramel apple.
Yeah. So back when I was Beer Brothers, I put out, I did like a custom line, and I used to like write on the label with like a paint marker. And then I did caramel apple. So I basically, now that it's the same scent, but I just named it Caramel Orchards.
Oh, okay.
So that's why in parentheses, it's the same as a caramel apple. For the people that's been with me for a while, they'll know
Right.
not to order it again if they had that,
And we have Sleepyhead, which is lavender and vanilla.
Yeah, that's what everyone is like, dude, I need something with lavender. I need something with lavender for nighttime. And so it's actually a local guy of mine that buys beer products, he talked me into it. He's like, dude, he's like, you got to do something with lavender and vanilla. I'm like, yeah, man, you like that? He's like, I'm telling you. I'm like, all right, dude. So it's funny because it went into the main line, and I'm like, I didn't know how I was gonna do it. People are buying that. I'm like, I guess everybody likes lavender and vanilla before bed.
And I tell you what, really, it's not that strong on the lavender either. So I mean, I'm not huge on lavender, but this one is doable because that vanilla smooths it out. Like, you know.
Yeah, and I got feedback on it too because sometimes when I create a scent like this, obviously, and put it out, I love to get firsthand feedback. So some of the feedback that I got, even Dan said it, and the guy, remember Rose, he said it too. He goes, it's a little strong for like a nighttime scent. So I thought about dialing it down a little bit, you know, so it's not as powerful, because it basically is a scent you're going to use most people at bedtime. So
Right.
But again, that's all preference, because then you get some people that like punch you in your face scents with like super strong profile, and then you get some people that just want a very slight hint. So that's why I always try like just middle of the road, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like it's just an even nice space to be.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of companies try and hit somewhere in the middle, so you can try and keep everybody happy.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, this was, yeah.
And we've got Dragon Slayer, which is dragon's blood, tobacco leaf, golden amber, fresh cut cedarwood, and blackberry. Jason, I think that's the one you were trying to think of.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this was like a good fall scent. That's what I went in the mind state when creating it. Just let me go let the dogs out real quick before they wake my son up. Pardon me 1 second.
Yeah.
Zeus.
Oh, man, I know we've talked about him before, but he's got some great hats. You can get them in flat or curved bill for $29.99. I put this one up here. I thought it looked pretty sharp.
Obviously, they're Richardson, so we know they're a good hat.
Yes. That's not even supposed to be in there. As well, he has some great soaps. That a lot of them are the same scents that we've been talking about. So I just suggest you check out his site. I don't want to spend all night here describing everything under the sun. I was going to bring up his page originally and show them. And he also does carry some combs and magnets if you're interested in magnets. But he seems to do a pretty good job of carrying quite a variety of products.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right, man.
That's okay. We were just about done anyway. I just had a slide of your hats.
Right, okay.
And we were talking about them earlier anyway.
Nice. Yeah, man.
So any questions from the chat? I know we've gone through some questions already, but we've had some good content tonight. We've had some good conversations, I think.
Yeah, if they pop up, let me know, because I'm probably an hour behind here. I don't know if it like froze and it's coming in slow. It's crazy.
Otherwise, you can also just reach out to Johnny on Instagram.
Yep.
I believe he also has a thing on his website where you can send questions.
Yeah, it'll pop up on the website. It'll literally type in a question, it comes right to my phone. I usually answer within the first like minute, because it just pops up as like a text on my phone through the app.
Yeah.
So yeah, and any, if you're into like a certain, because I know a couple people were like, I like the Christmas scent, but I always notice that they tend to be a little strong, So I told the guy, I'm like, listen, if you DM me and say, hey, I'm interested in your Christmas scent, but I like a really light version of it, I got no problem, dialing it down and making one for you. That's easy. So
Cool.
Well, you posted it the other day too. You got a couple 4-ounce bottle oils.
yeah,
ordered.
dude. How crazy was that? I'm like, dude, seriously, you want 2? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Jugs of oil.
Literally. I'm like, just wait, because I was like, give me like a week, because I had to order the bottles. And I'm like, you sure you want like 4 ounces of the signature and 4 of the emu? He's like, yes. Because I was like, I thought maybe he meant 4 altogether, 4 ounces. He's like, no, of each. I'm like, all right, dude. I'm like, you must be drinking this stuff or something.
This guy right here down along, he probably saw you today. He posted a picture on IG of, he was like in a skyscraper in New York City, like in some office, and he was showing all these pictures from the windows.
Oh, shit.
All of New York City was there.
Oh, dang.
That's pretty cool.
That's wild.
So I have a question. How do you do your own lines? You have like this perfect symmetrical line.
Oh,
Your beard is like amazing.
Dude, I've been doing my own edge up probably since, oh my God,
What's
high
your
school
secret?
days, 9th grade, man. That's like 99. So I've been doing it all these years, dude. Thank you, man. I bought the edge up clipper, like a T outliner.
Okay.
And then just, and then sometimes take a safety razor and just clean up the little hairs. But
yeah,
I appreciate that, dude. I do my own beard trims. Like my brother, definitely, when I don't feel like doing it, I'll go to him.
right.
But 9 times out of 10, he's a barber. He don't want to cut my hair. He's like, I've been cutting all day, because I'm not paying for it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care what you try to charge me. I'm not paying for it. But yeah, I'll throw it on. I'll, trim all the little flyaways and, shape it. And so I could basically, like, I used to cut hair. That's how my brother got into it. I used to cut my friend's hair.
Yeah.
I could like taper, and I can't scissor cut by any means, but I could definitely, give you a decent little haircut. But I could definitely, trim your beard for sure, man. Fade the little line here.
Yeah.
Do it all.
But
Yeah.
you definitely you need to enter some beard competitions.
No
Oh
way.
yeah.
No way. I can't. And I trimmed mine down when I got back from Arizona, because I was like, dude, I took like 2 inches off, so it's just starting to get back now. But I feel like once it gets like a little bit longer than this, it just stops.
Yeah.
Just stops growing.
Yeah. Mine stops at like 14.
Shit, that's
Doesn't
good.
go-
You just took second place in nationals.
I know, but
1 second, guys. Hold on.
he's got like just perfect symmetry.
Yeah.
Like the circle, like that's like amazing.
Yeah, I was expecting him to say he uses a straight razor.
Yeah. It's even more impressive that he does it himself. I mean,
Yeah,
it's hard to do.
I would think it'd be easier to do it on someone else than yourself.
Yeah. I think I finally found a barber that I trust to do it, because he did it right before nationals, and I was like very pleased with it. Like I've always trimmed my own, and it wasn't until this year that I've gone to like a barber, not to trim, just to edge it up.
Yeah.
I think I finally found someone to do it for me.
Nice. Do you guys do your own shape ups and trims at all? Like light trims, not like a full, but just like little scissor.
Yeah,
I do some.
I'll do my cheeks and my mustache, and I did trim my beard once when I singed a bit of it from a bonfire, so I had to even it out.
Yeah.
But I'd rather, I mean, the beard trim I had in Tennessee was good. That was a good trim. I've went to Pittsburgh at this one place once, and I went to this other place in Greensburg. They weren't bad, but they weren't, well, I take that back. The one in Pittsburgh was. It was uneven.
Oh,
I came back home, and I washed it and blue dried it out. And once it was just so uneven, so I trimmed that myself. But the one in Greensburg, I actually booked it tonight before the show because I got a coupon. So
Nice.
they texted me a coupon saying they missed me and it runs out in 30 days. And
Yeah, definitely.
so I got it November 3rd. So I made the appointment for December 1st to get my head shaved because this is my no shave November.
Yeah, me
So
too.
Friday, December 1st, I'm going for the head shave. So
I bought that like Pipple machine I use. I like that. The head shaver.
Yeah.
Us bald folks over here.
I'm gonna get. I sent my wife some pictures of a Christmas list, and Brio come out with a raise, which is a skull shaver.
Mm.
So I sent her that.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's
So-
nice because doing a regular, safety razor, it's like it's tedious after a while. This thing, you just it gets it pretty dang close, where you can get a day. Hey, is he on the couch? These guys, I don't pay attention for 1
He's
minute.
testing you, huh? like, pay attention to me.
Yeah, he's like a dang kid. Like he knows he shouldn't be on the couch. He got freaking the whole space, man.
They did pretty good for 2 hours.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
But look, he's gonna try to go up again.
He's like, I can get away with this right now.
Yeah.
Little breaths, he's like contemplate. All right, get out of there. But yeah, man, everybody's thanks for having me too. But everybody's beard looks amazing, especially Jason, man.
Yeah, man.
White beard, dude. I love it.
You won what? Second place in Nashville? Or third place?
Third
Place in Nashville. But that was like a huge category, right? Like that was a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it was like 10 to 12 in it.
Yeah, for white beard. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Do you have to use I know you bought my shampoo and stuff, but do you have to use like a certain like white shampoo every now and again?
No, I don't know if they have a white shampoo.
Yeah, I think I forgot. I don't know if it was that JT guy or somebody. I think they were saying uses like a whitening shampoo for like white hair or something.
Huh.
To like keep it from turning yellow, it like just keeps it because I guess after a while a white beard. I don't know. Does it turn yellow?
They can. So certain oils can turn colors too.
Oh, I could imagine.
Yeah, so somebody reached out. The one that does the Instagram reviews. Dan's beard reviews.
Yeah.
He messaged me one time and asked me if I had any trouble with any oils darkening it up or turning it yellow. And I said, no. He said, because he got this one from Luxurious Bastard. And he said, and that oil was dark. He says, I just wondered if it would tinge your beard any. I says, I don't know. I don't have any. I don't have any. Trying to think of one that
it could be the
have
scent they put in it too. Like if they use fragrance oils, some of those are darker, so it might not be the carrier oil. It might be the scent oil too.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, you know what it is? I noticed Ricky from Long Island Beard Company. I have Caps Lock in his barber shop, and that Lady of the Lake, and then I have his Bad Seed. Well, that Bad Seed is his pumpkin coffee. It's darker compared to them other ones.
Probably from the coffee.
Yeah,
that's usually like a brown.
Yeah.
Oil.
So yeah, it's a little darker compared to his other oils.
That dog's just looking for something. He's just like,
because the other dog is like sleeping on the little blanket there, and she's hogging it. So he's looking for something to lay on. He just paces, man. It drives me nuts because it just keeps going and going.
Poor doggy.
Spoiled brat, man. Right?
But I think we could wrap it up.
Yeah. Everybody,
Wow, that was 2.5
make sure you
minutes.
check out
That quick.
his website. Use the code respect15 to save yourself 15%. And
Is that
I'd
good
just
till
like to
midnight
thank
tonight? Or?
Johnny from Five Boroughs Grooming for joining us
I
tonight.
appreciate the invite too, man. Thank you very much. That was awesome.
How long is the code good for?
Forever.
Oh, okay.
It's yours to keep.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh,
Do what
Cool.
you may with it.
Awesome. We'll list it on our homepage. And
Yeah, if you want to change it too, like if you want it to be something else, let me know. It takes me 2 seconds. You know what I
Respect
mean?
15's good.
Cool.
No, that works for us.
Yeah,
makes
whatever
sense.
you guys need, man, just shoot me a DM. You know,
Awesome.
if anybody too is like, hey, I just need a a peppermint oil. You know, if I have it, I can make it for you. You know,
Yeah.
Don't get too crazy on me though.
Now you said it, someone might reach out.
Whatever you may need, you know.
another question, which I'm surprised this guy didn't bring up. Bombs. Bomb. Yeah, he's a bomb guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
bomb. Yeah, bombs.
Yeah.
With beeswax in it a little bit.
Yeah. Did you ever make bombs or?
Yeah, when I first started,
Oh,
I did just bombs. So I did it had beeswax and the BTMS. That was my old, I used to put BTMS in my old butter blend too. So that's another reason why I reformulated because people got like weird about it, you know, even though it was like a natural, but people just, even though I like listed it on the website, gave the breakdown and stuff, I think people were just like, you know, it was just, it ran its course. It was time for me to change. So, but I started with bombs, and it's funny because when I moved to this house a year ago, I packed up all my old stuff and threw it in boxes, and I opened up a random box and I was like, oh shit, I found like a bunch of my old tin cans with bombs in it from like my old scents. And I opened them up. They still smell great. I was like, shit, but nobody really asks for them no more. I don't know if there's a demand or maybe they're coming back, but I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the butter just like dominated, man. That and the grapeseed. Everybody was doing grapeseed, and then it was like, you got grapeseed, don't buy it. You know, so I had to reformulate again. And I waited too. I didn't want to like right away take it off if it was just like a fad or something. But
well, I use both. I use butter and balm. And you know, like if I can only pick one, I would pick balm. But it's a dying breed. Like but yeah, I use balm every day.
Now, so when you use butter, you do butter and then balm on top for like a little bit of hold? Okay.
I do. So I use oil, butter, and balm in the morning. And then I use butter at night.
Gotcha. Right.
Yep.
Now, the balm that you have, is it like, because the one I had was still soft. It almost felt like a butter, but there was beeswax in it. But then there was some that are like mustache wax hard, you know?
Right. I tend to stay away from those.
That's heavy on the wax.
Yeah, I generally don't like those. If like you have to get like a spoon to get it out.
Right. I don't send you the little like guitar pick to like take a chunk out and like heat it up and.
Yeah, no, I don't use that. Yeah, I used that once when I very first began, probably like 8 years ago. I think it was Honest Amish. They had a really hard wax when I first started, but no, generally I like the softer balm, you know, moderate hold.
So next time I make butters, which I'm going to do Sunday to restock again, I'm going to make my butter that I make, and then I'm going to add some beeswax for you and send it to you.
All right.
And you could just try it. If you say, hey, I like it, then, you know, you can use it, and I could always make it for you. But it's just as easy as that, just throwing some wax in for you.
Right.
Nothing difficult. But
cool.
Yeah, man. Gotcha. Do you want it unscented, or what do you prefer?
I'd probably like to try your barbershop.
You want me to make it in barbershop? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put an order in.
Nah, don't even worry about it, dude. I'll send you that so you could try it out. Got no problem with that. I'm here for the people. The beard community.
Oh, you're a businessman.
Yeah, no, far from it, dude. I'm far from it. I don't know half the shit I'm doing is just winging it.
Right.
I did get approved for Walmart though, for online.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to get
Oh,
barcodes.
That's big news.
Yeah, dude. I didn't tell nobody yet because I got to get barcodes. You got to have like barcodes on your kids.
Right. Right.
My friend sells stuff on Amazon, like DJing equipment and stuff. He knows how to do it because I tried looking into it. He's like, you got to buy barcodes and do. I'm like, all right, well, you're doing this for me because I help him set up his website. So that's like the project for the new year is getting my couple. I'm not going to do the whole lineup. I'll probably pick a couple of cents in the beginning just to throw on there, but I basically got everything on there, all my paperwork filled out. It's just I got to put the barcodes and then put the inventory on. So that's like the step of 2024. But yeah, I was stoked about that, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh shit. Getting nervous though, man.
Get those kids to work.
I know. I had my son put on the bags that I sent out or boxes, like the fragile stickers and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, he does it for like 2 minutes and he's like, all right, this sucks.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the matter, man? You done already? He's like, yeah, it's not fun.
Oh, right.
Too much like work.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you got to learn because then you could take it over.
Well, is he in school all day though?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the 7-year-old is. Yeah, the 2-year-old's home all day. Chasing him around all day. Going crazy. So
At least the 2, they should still take naps, right? They still got
his are like hit or miss now because like from like 2.5 is when they like start tapering down, but then like he get like a couple in and then all of a sudden like one day he won't. And I'm like, oh shit. So, well, I don't want to hold you guys up anymore, but thank you again for having me, man. I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome.
Yeah,
man. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
anytime, man. Anytime.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks everybody for joining us. Just remember that next week we will not have a show.
We get a day off.
Yeah.
Due to it being Thanksgiving and there's another big stream going on, so we just decided to take that week off.
Is it paid vacation or what?
Our one Thursday off for the year.
That's it, man. Look, you guys are big business.
My first day off in a year and a half, or yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, last year we did a Saturday charity stream.
Yeah.
But it's too much to fight with Black Friday.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But thanks for being on the show, and thanks for everyone in the chat for watching.
Thank you.
And catch us on 11:30.
11:30. Yep.
There you go.
For our big release stream with Grindstone Grooming.
Nice. Sounds good, fellas. All right. Take care.
All right.
Good night.
Thanks.
Happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to everybody. But I'm sure I'll talk to you guys, but whatever.